So our strange start to the season seems to have basically pretty much picked up where it left off and just continuing to have some good results, but also some slightly strange results in there at the same time as we just try to find a little bit of consistency and make sure that we at least qualify for some European football for next year. But at the very least, this time around, we do have European football to worry about ourselves. I suspect that we have a very good chance of being in the Conference League group stages this season. There can be a lot of money, but a lot of prestige to come with it, and also a lot of extra matches. Oh, and there might be a youth intake knocking about today as well. All that and more. As always, of course, if you have been enjoying this series, do drop a like on the video. That would be magnificent. I really, really do appreciate it. So, today is an interesting one. Of course, we've got our 3-0 lead away from home against Dinamo Tbilisi. So that should be a relatively straightforward home game. I could probably rest a few players out, get us through to the final stage of qualifying for the Conference League. And I think it's going to be, what was it, Hibs versus or Red Star. That's going to be the real tough matches. I think if we can, I think we're strong enough, but it is still going to be quite a task for us. And we kind of do need to prioritize it, but at the same time, we're not exactly in a comfortable position as far as qualifying for Europe next year goes, because once again, as we know, we don't want to find ourselves in the same position as last year where we're relying on someone else to win the cup in order for us to qualify for Europe. We really need to set a light to ourselves in these final 11 matches and at least try to get fourth. And we get to start that off against the team directly below us today, which would actually be a very, very profitable day for us were we to beat Elfsborg, because that could allow us to extend that gap to, well, 6 points over them and a minimum of 5 points over the likes of Malmö. And that would start to give us a little cushion, but really it's about those teams above us. Yeah, this is the problem when you've got all these extra matches in there. We've also got a cup game against Acropolis in there. Luckily, I can rest the team out for that, but that is going to be a lot of tough games in a short spell. So let's see what he suggests. I still want to go with, we literally can't play that lineup anyway if we try, because I love that. Selection advice is to play a lineup that is literally not allowed to happen. Still want to start Noj. And I think it'd be fine if we just go with someone like Einarsson on the bench. That should cover up the final spot, right? Yeah, okay, that's okay. Obviously, there's a lot of talk about what we can sort of do to improve ourselves in the comments of the last video. Now, I have set Noj to try to round goalkeepers. I say set to. I've asked him to start training it. Personally, I think it's going to make sod all difference, even when he actually gets that. Because one thing I've noticed from the 1,300 hours of playing FM22 this year is that, especially on strikers, I found that PPMs like that, they'd be great if they actually did the thing that the PPM told them to do. Sorry, player trait, you get my point. But most of the time I found when you give them a trait like that, I've never once seen them actually do those things in a match. And that seems to be the biggest issue with them. But if it helps us in even a slightly, it certainly won't hurt his play. And that's really the main thing about that. And the man still has scored 24 goals this season. Just while we're on the topic of looking at some defenders, I would say that Trifunovic might be one of the weaker of the guys. And honestly, he's a really good player still, but maybe would be the one that would drop out of the three at the moment. But I just wanted to show you him anyway, because he's got a beautiful smiley face. And same with Denair. I like Denair a lot. I do wonder if he could be improved upon in this team. We're getting bids from Hammarby on him at the moment, but obviously with him being homegrown, he's super important. I think the key is going to be to find a really good goalkeeper. And there was one guy I found, he was Venezuelan. He ended up signing for EK Sirius because we couldn't really do much with the signing, but he was called Mendoza and he was very, very good indeed. We've just kind of got to nurse the likes of Noj and the guys through this game. What I would also say, though, is we're on a great winning run at the moment, and if we can continue that, I think the confidence that the team has is really going to be helpful. And a full bench, of course, for Elfsborg. This seems to have definitely calmed down, I'd noticed. He's not really that much more defensive, but compared to some of the others he is, as Ndai's already through, and it's a good save there. Really nice start, and Ndai probably could have done better with that, to be fair. Oh, one back again, though. It's Martin. He's round the side, and it's another huge save from Kamara. Wow, he's already made 2 brilliant saves from one-on-one chances. It's good to see we're creating them, but we would like to score one. That's it's a great save again off of Martin. Asifa clipping it through, and they've exposed themselves here. It's a great chance and a good save from Denair down to his right. Dudau back in a position again. Fires it through for Noj. He's in again. Goes first time, and it's another good save from Kamara. Where's the run? Ndai fires one out for Rodriguez now on the right-hand side. Goes for a first-time cross. Ndai's header! Oh, off the bar. This first-half pressure has been relentless from us. I'm really liking it. Flips it round the side. Noj could turn provider, perhaps. No. Back inside for Dudau. Could he go for goal? There's so many bodies in there. Rodriguez! Oh, it's over the bar. He's just waiting for that. Oh, he's gone past one. Just sat him down. Ball in. Martin again! Oh, saved by Kamara. It's a tough one. I think we're doing all the right things. 12 shots. We've hit the target 7 times in the first half. We're creating little openings and not really giving them a great deal. We look like the better of the two sides. It just needs that little sprinkling of magic and someone to open the door at the moment. I've turned off work ball in the box. I'm going to open us up a little bit more in the second half and allow a bit more freedom for the passing and just let them sort of, if they see a pass quickly, then just take that pass and get some balls into dangerous areas. I think this might be one of those games that we're just going to have to win through attrition. Just keep getting chances, keep having shots, keep missing the target, and eventually one will go in and we can win it 1-0, hopefully. Vaka puts it across. Jaferovic! Another unbelievable stop from Kamara at the near post. Oh, dangerous, but we've got the ball. That's fine. Ndai slips it through, and it's tipped over again by Kamara. Aha! 'Tis Pog with the coffee of luck. Okay, we're going to score this one. Mark my words. Vaka's ball in. And it's headed over the crossbar, of course it is. We've got 27 minutes. The pressure in the second half has continued in much the same vein as the first half. We're just getting chances, missing them, and defending very well, I would say, actually. At the other end, the defence has been spectacular today. They've not had to do anything. Nodges through, and he's hit the post with it now. And fires it through. Amri, off the bench. Can he do... Oh. I hate to say it, but the keeper's having a game of his life. Amri with the ball in this time. Martin has missed the target with the header this time. So this is looking like it's going to be a 0-0 draw. Yeah, so this is what I mean when I say that I don't think like entirely defence is the problem. It feels like a lot of the time, actually, the defence is fairly miserly. And remember, we talk about how bad our defence is, but we have the best defensive output in the league. So I feel like goalkeeper at times can be a problem. But I think that the defence are actually not letting too many chances fall through. I think that's a fair point to make. I think a lot of the time, it's just in certain games, our attacking threat is just no longer there. As Lindstrom's through on goal, and Lindstrom has scored! Where's the linesman? I don't care. It's Örebro 1, Elfsborg 0. Oh, what on earth. Oh, it's so tight, but he is offside. It was mostly other players that got those opportunities. Lindstrom, out for Dudau. Fires across in. Martin's header! It's in! That one will count! It's a Örebro 1, Elfsborg 0. What a moment to win it. My God, that is such a bailout for us there, but whatever. I mean, I'll take it. Call me the American motor industry because we just got a bailout. That's a properly dated 2008 joke, but I'm fine. We move. Great header from... what a great header that is from Juan Martin. And it's going to be a Örebro 1, Elfsborg 0. What a moment. Come on. Oh, what a roller coaster this was. From having the goal disallowed in stoppage time to then going and scoring one in stoppage time anyway. I do kind of feel for Kamara, the Elfsborg goalkeeper. He has done everything in his power to get something from this game for them. But no, in the end, the 12 shots on target were in the end just about enough for us to get a 1-0 victory. Just the 23 shots there. But again, I think that the defence did very, very well. They didn't really give up many chances. Only one shot on target for the keeper to save. I honestly don't think that the defence is the problem that much of the time. I think it's just when we do create chances, I think our keeper needs to save more of them. Today was a good example of him doing the right thing and us getting a vital win, as that does leave us 5th, and more importantly, it leaves us 6 points clear at least of the teams directly below us, and it has, I believe, allowed us to close the gap a little bit on the teams above us, as Västerås look like they've lost, yes they did, and Göteborg drew, which means we now move right back into that battle for 3rd spot. Round the side for Amin, he's into the box here, it's a nice bit of play actually, drops it across and it's an own goal I think, but we do take the lead. It is now 4-0 on aggregate, yet it's an own goal from Kavratishvili, isn't that the same name as that guy that plays for Napoli? I don't know. It's Kyriakou, pops it back post. Cisse's in there. It's a great finish from Babakar Cisse. 2-0, 5-0 on aggregate. The rotated side is doing a lovely job here. But there we go. Pretty straightforward, really. I played a rotated side. We lowered the tempo massively in this one just to sort of allow us to sneak through the match. They got the own goal, of course, and then Cisse grabbed the second one. 5-0 on aggregate. We are through to the final round of qualifying, and I assume we'll be playing against Red Star, but we'll just quickly find out. Incredibly, no. Hibs actually turn around a 2-0 deficit. Wow, that's impressive. So it's actually going to be us versus Hibernian in the final round to see if we can get through. This is going to be fantastic. We've had an Irish side and a Scottish side now, hopefully. Well, not hopefully, it's going to happen. Trying to find that space. Fires across in. Nodge gets the header on it. Not quite. Flicked away to win, though, again on the second attempt. Is that going to count, though? That is the big question. I don't think it is, you know. No, it is. It is 1-0. Sorry, he didn't put his hands up. And there it is. It's 1-0 to Martin. This second goal cannot come soon enough, honestly, at this point. Nodging again. He might have to shoot from range this time, and yet he scores those. He's already missed 3 amazing chances today, but he has scored twice of himself, and that is fantastic. We've dominated this first half. 2-0, Nodge with a brace. Martin fires over the top. Darbo's through this time. Good first touch. Set himself. Oh, it's a lovely touch, and it is now 3-0, and this could get really, really ugly for Varbergs if they allow these kind of passes to continue, because we are starting to get a little bit bloodthirsty. Well, there we go. 3-0 victory. Probably should have been more, honestly. It was so weird. Literally, this was when I made the substitutions, and then we just didn't create a single shot after that, even when they went down to 10 men through an injury. So I don't know what that was about, but nevertheless, it happened. We got the 3-0 victory. Boost the goal difference again. Back to back. I think that's now 7 wins in a row. No, it might even be 8 wins in all competitions. Defense again did a stellar job there. Really good work. Nodge scored a couple of bangers. Lovely to see. We seem to be slightly better now at winning the games we should be winning, but it is still like a little bit tedious. Not tedious, like tentative at times. We do, though, move up to 4th with that, though, as IFK Göteborg look like they've dropped even more points, yet with a draw against Elfsborg. Västerås did manage to win their game, so they stay above us in the league at the moment. We are now really pushing. Also, 8 points clear of 6th spot to Sierra. It's been a strong start from Hibs, actually, in the opening 10 minutes. We've kind of struggled to get any real foothold in this game, but now's the chance potentially. Kyriakou flicks it up and die, and well, we do lead. We lead in Scotland. Arona and Die has not scored enough this season for my liking, but that is a great finish there to give us the lead in Europe. We've had to rotate a bit again today. All the way across for Cisse. We need to find a shot in here somewhere, lads. If we can do Sierra. Oh my goodness, that is such an important goal. I did something tactically in this game after we went 1-0 up, and it has been working, but the second goal is quite the surprise. Huge result this would be. Harvey ball around the side. Oh no, the goalkeeper's missed it. Oh, that's unfortunate, and that's what I mean about the goalkeeping situation there. Greg McMahon gets one back for Hibs, and that's just an unfortunate one. The keeper really should have done better with that. That is a very fortuitous victory, my friends. Very, very fortuitous indeed. So basically, we weren't really able to play a lineup that I was going to be super happy with, because Martin needed a rest. Noj had to come off really early because he was absolutely knackered out there. When we took that first goal, I just dropped that tempo down and just decided we're going to just try and keep possession here and just slow this game right down. And when we got the second goal, I thought, my God, this is actually working. They had a really good late flourish there, of course, and we were able to get the goal back through Greg McMahon, mostly through our own defensive mistake there from Dene, who still had a good performance elsewhere than that. But still, getting the 2-1 victory there is super duper important, because now we can go a bit more full strength in the home game and try to see this over the line. I think we needed to be a bit more cagey today, and it kind of worked, but still very fortunate. Oh, well, this is, as we know, this is a guaranteed goal, so enjoy that, lads. There you go, 1-0. I hate those so much. Kiriakou round the side for Kouassi. He's in on goal. It's such a tight angle. Pulls it back across for Ndai, and we have the lead. No, we don't. It's an equaliser. Never mind. We're level. Ndai with another goal. Finally starting to cash in a few of that XG that he's built up this season. 1-1. Come on. Pops it through, though. Lindstrom could get the touch here. He doesn't, but Martin's back on it. Round the side. Juan Martin. Oh, my God. Is that onside? It bloody well is. It's EFK 1, Rebru 2. Juan Martin. Another fantastic finish from him, and we lead. Now we've got to shut this down. And now Kiriakou has decided to go and get himself red carded. Well, say goodbye. What a bloody win. That is extraordinary. You can see how bad we were in that first period. And obviously they got the guaranteed free kick goal over. They didn't create that much in terms of the sheer number of chances, but they did have some good quality ones. So for Ndai to grab the equaliser and then Martin to get the winner, we then went down to 10 men as well. But look at that. They offered nothing, really, even after that. We just shut the door on them, kept things tight, and managed to get an absolutely massive victory to keep this winning run going for one thing. And the impact that has had on the league is really big, because that now gives us a 4-point gap and a goal difference advantage over EFK. That's the kind of thing we needed. We're now 9 points clear of... We're not coming out of the top 5, that's for sure. Still only 5 points off of Hammarby, 8 points off the top of the league. That ain't happening, of course. I think our real battle is just try to get 4th or 3rd this season. Try to finish with an insane goal difference, which looks pretty likely at this point. I wouldn't be surprised if we finish with over a 40 goal difference, because I still feel like we've got another absolute whacking of someone in there somewhere. And Difire's over the top, and Cisse's in. I've started Cisse over Noj today to give him a little opportunity, and he has taken that opportunity. 5 minutes in, Babacar Cisse starts this match. Very, very important to give us this lead. This could be very, very key. Noj is just too tired to play this one. Chance to just drill one across low, and it's on the end of it, and it is Babacar Cisse again. It's 2 goals for him in the first 20 minutes. He's really making the most of the European outings he's getting lately. Lovely to see. Rodriguez flops it around the side for Ndai. He's just straight in here. Can he square it? Of course he can, and it's a hat-trick. 33-minute hat-trick from Babacar Cisse. Yeah, the first leg definitely had a lot of fortune in it. Tonight has been all Rebru. We are flying here. Jani, ooh, bit of space will come all the way through, and it's a good finish, actually, from Aaron Honeyman. Sorry, Aaron Honeyman. 1 back in, but they still need 3 more. Lindstrom pops it over the top for Ndai. He's in on goal. Could he score another one? Yes, he can. It's 4-1. We're back in front again by the same goal margin, and Ndai's grabbed another one. He's been on a really good hot streak today. Just looking for a bit of space for an angle. And Dice into the box again. Georges through. Oh, it's actually somehow a 5th goal. It's a 5th goal on the night here. We've been absolutely fantastic. Well, there we go. Rebru 5, Hibs 1. I mean, we deserve the win comfortably. So what I did basically was the moment that we got to 3-0 up at half-time. I mean, you can see the system they're playing. They were never going to have any luck with that. But at half-time, I basically put everything on the lowest in terms of tempo, all that jazz. Just basically the idea was to just play around with the ball in the second half, maintain possession, and rest in possession. So it was a great chance to not have Noj in the lineup as well. So he's now going to have a full week of rest before our next league game. And we are going to be in the group stages. We may not have played well in the first leg, but this one firmly makes up for it. What an output. So it's draw time. We're, of course, seeded 3rd for this. There's a lot of very good sides in this, including, then again, when you actually look at the coefficient point, it wouldn't take much to grow in this tournament, really, when you actually look at where we are. We're on 10 points down here, so we're at least not going to be the bottom seed in the group, but there's also some reasonably strong sides down here as well. So I don't know. Let's just do this. Who do we get? We got FK Partizan, Fenerbahce, Breidablik, and us. I feel like Fenerbahce are going to be really strong in that group, I suspect. I think that's a group we can get out of, honestly. I think we can beat Breidablik, and I think we'll give FK Partizan a run for their money as well. I know that BK Häcken were also in here. Well, who did they get? They got Rijeka, Rangers, and FC Copenhagen. Very, very tough for them, I would say. But it's nice to see so many Scandi sides in there. You'll also note Shamrock Rovers in there too, so big up them. If we could snack a late equaliser or late winner here. Oh, it's been pushed over. Oh my God, 8 minutes to go, and we have a huge chance to beat the league leaders. This could actually genuinely bring us back into a title race out of nothing here. It's Kouassi from the spot against Jor Gordon, steps up and it's well saved. Oh my, do it. It's not been our day, has it? Yeah, unfortunately, key moments like that penalty miss are the sort of things that can cost you those. I mean, yet again, I think we were actually genuinely the better side. This is our first, bear in mind, we've won 11 straight matches in all competitions. Another phenomenal display defensively from the guys today. Can't fault them for that. But when the chance came, Kouassi fluffed it. That would have been an enormous victory. It would have brought the gap at the title down to just 5 points and kept our insane winning run going. As we do stay fourth, only 2 points clear now of EFK. Vesteros dropped some points as well, but it wasn't enough to really make much difference there. The gap now to 6th is 10 points. But we did get through another game against one of the top sides without losing. We did win away. We're showing fortitude against pretty much everyone now. We're going on a nice unbeaten run, even with all the fixture congestion. There really is something here for us. It might just be that we're still going to win the statistical title. I'm guaranteeing at the end of this season, we will have been the team that has been the best side, both defensively and attacking, and probably has the most expected points, but it doesn't matter if you don't get the points on paper. And I think next year, hopefully we can come good with that. I really, really do. So we had the cup game finally against Acropolis. We played a pretty strong side because it actually took place during an international break, so we could pretty much field whoever we wanted. Still massively underperformed, only winning this game 3-0 despite all the creation, but again, good defensive stuff again. Manuelson fires the cross in, and it's headed home by Joao Daniel. We had the same problem against AIK earlier this season, if I recall. We lost to them at random, and today's been another similar start for that. We started well, and then conceded out of nothing. Fires through the middle for Kuz. My God, they just didn't track the run at all, and of course, they score their second shot of the game. Oh, it's like old school Örebro, where we create loads and then they score their only shots against us. It's a great goal, to be fair. Get back to Kyriakou. He does, just has to drop this cross for someone. Nodges in, and it is 2-1. We're back in the match, finally, and we deserve to be as well. 27th of the season for Noj. Noj again. There's a run. The run is to Le Georges. Can he find the equaliser for us? You bet he can. He makes no mistake. AIK 2, Örebro 2, 9 minutes to go. We thoroughly deserve to get this win, and if we do, I'll be very happy. Sadly not. So yeah, we conceded their first 2 shots on target, and gave up. It's another one of those situations where the goalkeeper has to be better. Like, we can talk all about the defense all you like, but we're not giving up that many chances. Like, it's not like the defense are letting people sear through them all the time. To me, that cannot be purely down to defending. If you barely give up any chances against you, then it's not really to do with the defenders, it's to do with the goalkeeper not being able to make those saves, because we go through about 5-6 times like that every single match and miss them, but our opponents don't. And that suggests to me that our goalkeeper is just not saving the sort of basic bread and butter shots. Now, obviously, that's not to say it's every time, but that's clearly a weak point in this team. It's another match that we should have won that we haven't, and that's just the story of this season in a nutshell. As that frustrating result, of course, does keep us 4th place in the league still, as luckily EFK also dropped some points against Kalmar, but it's still just, we're so close to being fantastic, and we just can't quite pull it off regularly enough. Ennis out wide, ball across, and literally 14 seconds into the match, we trail already at home against Fenerbahce in the Europa Conference League. That is not ideal. Lili's ball through. Issa pops it. Oh my God, what a strike. Issa can be... They've literally not had a sniff since they scored that goal. It's been all us, and now it's 2-0. That's just the quality difference, I think. Turn provider, perhaps. Martin's through. What a strike from Juan Martin. Right, we're back in the match. Deservedly so. Lovely assist from Noj. Martin, he's just so good at scoring. Vaca fires another one through. Darbo this time onside. And this time we do score, and we find the leveller, and we deserve that. This has been basically the same as the AIK game, literally identical in so many ways, but we are at least level here. So unbelievably similar was this match. Just, we dominated them, really, for the most part. They scored, again, they get very few opportunities, but they were able to take them. Admittedly, the first one was just such a great ball, but it's just that difference. We were still underperforming ourselves, though, in front of goal as well, which really doesn't help. Like, it's just one of those games. And unfortunately, Breidablik won against FK Partizan. Luckily, we managed to get the draw at least, but it's just these annoying little results where we should be doing better, really. We just should. Oh my God. Oh my God. So, this is below average, is it? Okay, I'll believe that when I see it. We have a 5-star potential youth player. That's not the point. It's the fact that he's already got 2.5-star current ability. This is like Joni Kurilainen all over again. Except, let's not forget, right? Joni Kurilainen was playing in an FC Lahti side, right? That was a Finnish team. He's still really good. This guy is 2.5 stars and 5-star potential in this team, and he's a deep line playmaker, which basically means that roaming playmaker surely isn't far off of him. Oh my God. Oh my God. Sweet baby Jesus. I would say this now without a shadow of a doubt. In the probably 60, 70 seasons of FM22 that I've played this year, of the 1300 hours, this is the best player I've ever seen in one of my own personal youth intakes. One of the best youth players I've ever seen. He has nothing below the only thing he has below a 6 is his long throws. I am utterly blown away. I actually didn't know you could even get youth players as good as this, honestly. I know sometimes we find the occasional one, but they usually have a lot of exposed to football and they develop into these kind of guys by the time we find them. The fact that he's generated with this oh my god. 3-year contract, 3-year extension, international wage rise clause. This man is actually going to be able to play it. He's going to be able to go straight to our first team. I'm not even joking. He could actually do a job in our first team at the age of 16. And he's homegrown. Oh, that actually solves a lot of problems. You have no idea how much this solves our problems, because it would then allow us to potentially have a non-homegrown goalkeeper, and it would free up our options for next season in order to be able to find one. I'm very curious to see what his value is going to be once he signs his pro deal. 3.7 to 7 million pounds. And in all of that, I completely forgot to mention that my camera died, and I was talking to you about this guy here, and we actually put a bid in on him for his release clause here, because striker Igor Varga, another Serbian striker, speed, finishing, he's got the holy trinity here. Low composure, we can work on that. That's stuff that we can do in time with the right training and stuff. Unsporting, so we've got to be careful on that side of things. For £950,000, it would then give us someone to rotate in and out with Noj, because the problem with Noj is that he's great, but he just gets tired quite easily because he's had to play so many games. Whereas if we could have Igor Varga come in, it would actually give us a really decent backup to him who could play just as well. And for 950 grand, I feel like it's an absolute bargain. So we're going to get this deal done as well. And my goodness me, 2 more additions. And that will then allow us to just go after defenders and goalkeepers in the off-season and really strengthen this Örebro side. Wow. Holy crap. What a pair of developments. Young Dean now on the ball. 16 years old. Thrown into the first team. Lovely little bit of interchange there, and we lead. And Pablo Rodriguez is the man with the goal, but nice work from Young Dean in the build-up there, just keeping things moving around, making his debut at 16, literally 3 days after he was eligible. Young Dean, can he connect this with... Oh, he has! And it's put over the line in the end by Amri on the end of it. Lovely ball in from Young Dean. Great connection there from Amri. Follows it up on the rebound for 2-0. Big, big win for us there. And also, notice Young Dean, 7.2 on his debut. Don't think he got an assist or anything like that. He just did the things correctly, and it was just really, really nice to see that he was able to do that. Why has he got that? I think maybe he does have an assist, I guess. I don't think he did, though. But either way, just really, really strong defense. And having Makacek in goal today, they didn't have anything to do defensively today, but I do wonder if Makacek just has better, like, aerial... He comes and claims stuff. He takes pressure off the defense. I don't know. But needless to say, really strong performance there. It was nice to be able to play a different keeper for a bit. Rodriguez was fantastic. Young Dean, you know, covered himself in glory on his debut. He was just keeping things ticking over. Made some really nice interceptions in places as well. And we get a good 2-0 victory against BK Häcken, which does keep us 4th place in the league. Still only 2 points above EFK, but we're only 1 point now behind Hammarby and 3 behind Västerås. So that second spot is actually still up for grabs in a way, with Västerås grabbing a late winner in their match, unfortunately. We are still right in this, and also could still happily fall off of this spot, unfortunately. That's the slight downside. But I think we're still on for a better points tally than last year. We've got our winning streak, well, not a winning streak, we've got our wins back again, which is very, very good. It looks like Jules Gordon will win the league fairly comfortably, though. And I'm still making sure we're going to win it on stats. The moral victors, who ask you to fire this cross in. Usage! Oh, that's so damn key. Samir Usage on the end of it. We're not going to get the 8-1 like we did last time, but 1-0 will do. Young Dean. Oh, he's gone flying through. Carlson's absolutely obliterated Young Dean, and that's a red card. But we do get the win in the end, a thoroughly deserved one. Once again, very defensively stable. Back-to-back clean sheets for the guys, and back-to-back clean sheets for Makacek, of course, in there as well, which is nice. He did what he had to do. Young Dean was spraying good balls around again. We got the win through Samir Usage. The red card, obviously, very much helped us just sort of see this game out, and that's just another good win, and much more solid at the back today, I think. And that moves us actually up to 3rd place in the league. We go above Västerås based on the goal difference situation, as they lost to EFK, but the point is, there's still only 2 points now, and there's only 3 points between 2nd and 5th. We just have to try to keep this foot down here. Only 7 points off the top now. We've actually been really cutting that gap back again, with Hammarby doing, well, sort of us a favour. I would have rather they lost that one, honestly. Keep them in the battle too, but we're still looking very, very good with 4 matches to go. I think we've got a great chance now at seeing out the rest of this season. I'm really feeling this team come together now. I think Makacek does seem to be the favourable goalkeeper for us, honestly. I mean, based on 2 clean sheets, of course. Young Dean looks really comfortable in that performance. And also, if we can get that new striker in as well, it will really allow us to rotate around for next season and just be so damn comfortable. Give us a really good chance at the full charge. Because, as you can see, statistically, we are still the best. Best defense output, best attacking output. Expected points is through the roof. We are cutting it down a little bit, but the other teams are just overperforming by even more, and that's been the biggest issue for us. So I think as long as we can get as close to the amount of points we're supposed to by the end of the season, maybe there's a chance for us there, but we're not going to win any leagues, let's put it that way. Still nice to see us up there, though. But that seems as good a place to end as anyway. I realise we've sort of foregoed the last... It's because we had so much stuff around with that youth player and all sorts of other stuff today, but we've actually gone unbeaten throughout today's video, which I'm thinking is pretty damn solid. Those 3 straight... Well, the 3 straight draws... Well, you know what I mean. Those 3 draws didn't really help, but the 11 consecutive victories in there certainly did. needed. That and getting back to winning ways, and also just getting back to not conceding goals in that little period. Those last 2 matches have been really, really key for us to just stabilise ourselves defensively, because our final 4 matches, I mean, you know what? Like, Westeros away from home, not going to be easy. Poikina, though, you'd expect us to win that. Norrköping won't be too bad, and Malmö at home, I think we've got a pretty favourable run in. It will heavily depend, I think, on what happens in that game against Westeros. They've always kind of had a bit of a one-over on us, but we look very, very strong right now, and maybe there is still a chance. I mean, we can still win the title. I just don't see it happening, but I do think that second place is genuinely achievable. And from where we were at one point, I'd honestly take that. And then, of course, there's still Europa Conference League action in there too, as I really would like to try and get out of this group, give us some early football next year where we'll have no other matches around. We could really have a good go at it. It's the beauty of these kind of leagues. Anyway, if you've enjoyed this episode and enjoyed that bloody amazing youth player, then drop a like. That'd be phenomenal. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. That'd be gorgeous. I stream on Twitch Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays. You know the drill. And I'll see you guys soon. Hold your gun. Capybara. Bye-bye.